Hey YouTube, hey Bold and the Beautiful fans. So we saw the reaction that RJ had now that Luna has fully confessed. She totally came clean and told RJ about her night with Zende. She told him the whole story, okay, all the details. So RJ now basically told Luna that Zende did know that it was her. Of course, Luna didn't know it was Zende, right? She was under the influence of Poppy's special mints and she was hallucinating that she saw RJ. But then RJ points out to Luna that Zende knew it was Luna, okay? And so RJ angrily goes to confront Zende, and we saw what happened today. Of course, the preview showed us too what was going to happen, and it got physical. So we'll have to see what happens in tomorrow's episode now. But it looks like this now could shake up Hope for the future, right? Because Zende, RJ, and Luna all work together on Hope's fashion line. So I'm wondering if this is really going to hurt Hope's fashion line now. Of course, you know, the show has kind of already set the precedent too that without Thomas, you know, Hope's vision, you know, for her fashion line, Hope for the Future, it's not the same, okay? So, of course, we know Eric and Zende were working on the line when Thomas was away, and the line was struggling a little bit, and then Thomas was reinstated, and it was the dream team again. It was Hope and Thomas, and her line was thriving, okay? Now they got this team of Zende, who's now the lead designer, and RJ and Luna, of course, and now Hope wants Luna to work closely with Zende. So is all of that going to be shaken up, right? Is that going to change now, okay? Because if Zende is the lead designer, obviously there's tension there that's going to be there between you know, RJ and Zende, and then Luna too, having to work closely with Zende could present some problems as well. So if the line starts to struggle again, you know, there's an idea that maybe Steffi will get involved and maybe make some changes of her own too. And of course, if RJ lets Steffi and Ridge know what happened, then Zende possibly could lose lead designer status. Okay, so that's something we got to think about too. You know, there's also a theory that maybe Zende will get fired, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's a Forrester, so he's probably going to stay there, and he's probably going to continue to be lead designer. Okay, they'll probably work through these issues. Maybe Ridge and Steffi might not even know about this. Okay, Hope probably will, because RJ is probably going to tell her. Maybe Steffi finds out too. I don't know. We'll have to see if, you know, Steffi steps in and makes some changes to the group dynamics, and who's in charge, we'll have to see. Maybe RJ is put in charge too. There's an idea, because Steffi is impressed with RJ's designs too. Okay, could Zende be demoted? Will he lose, you know, lead designer status? We'll have to see if there's some consequence to Zende for this, okay? But there's definitely going to be some tension there, and if Hope's line struggles now because of all the chaos with Hope for the Future, there's also an idea that when Thomas returns, okay, that maybe he returns, there's a possibility that maybe he returns with Ivy, okay, or with someone else. But when Thomas returns, maybe there's this theory that maybe he met with Ivy in, you know, Forrester International, and they're working on their own fashion line, and then they come back, and then they make a pitch to have their fashion line be the next big fashion line, and then maybe Hope's line, which could be struggling because of all this inner turmoil with RJ, Zende, and Luna, that maybe Thomas's new line, again, this is all just, you know, subjective, this is all just speculation, okay? But then maybe Thomas and Ivy's new line, if they come back together, would be the new line, and then Hope could continue struggling, and maybe Hope would be in a vulnerable position too, but she still loves Thomas, you know, she told that to Liam today, and Hope kind of gave us an answer about why she couldn't accept Thomas's proposal, that maybe she was more walking on the wild side a little bit, but she never wanted to hurt Liam, but she does love Thomas, but she doesn't want to be, I think it's because she doesn't want to be like her mom and just, you know, go into another marriage maybe, I don't know. But what do you think? What do you think Hope's reason was? It seemed like it was a little ambiguous there. I wasn't really sure what Hope was trying to say, but I don't even think Hope really knows, you know, why she won't marry Thomas. She just doesn't want to be married. But at some point, Thomas is going to come back, and he might be ready to just, you know, work on a new line. Maybe he has a new line with Ivy or someone else. They come back from Paris, and then Hope's line struggles, and Thomas, you know, maybe still on some level have some feelings for Hope. Hope still loves him, but then, you know, he's maybe not going to care so much about Hope for the future too. So in a way, right, this could be like Thomas's revenge, you know, if he comes back with his own line. And then Hope's line, right, you know, it starts to struggle. So we'll have to see about that. But there's a lot going on here. This is really interesting. We know RJ had a huge, you know, emotional reaction here. It got physical. And so we'll have to see. We know Poppy's going to comfort a heartbroken Luna. And Luna finally has all this off her chest, so that's good. She finally told the truth. She finally came clean, so that's good for her. But we'll have to see how things go between her and RJ. And hopefully, you know, we were seeing a different side to RJ now, right? You know, definitely seeing a more aggressive side to RJ. He's not handling this very well. And we'll have to see if things can cool down between him and Zende. But there's definitely probably going to be some tension there. We'll have to see how it shakes up. Hope for the future. If her line starts to struggle, if Thomas comes back and takes over and Hope's line is pushed out of the way, we'll have to see if Zende has to take a fall for this in some way. Will he lose lead designer status? Will RJ be in lead designer? You know, will Steffi want that? Or maybe Hope, you know, and I don't think Hope would want that, but we'll just, you know, I'm just guessing here about how things can work out. But this is definitely chaotic and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely exciting. So I can't wait to see what happens next. And hey, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen, if this is going to work out for Hope for the future and everyone involved, or if there's going to be more drama to come. So we can definitely count on more exciting and compelling drama. Absolutely. It's a great story. And hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in the next video.